Hello to anyone watching this video today. I'm doing a video today for a pick a card reiki reading, and it is what you may be facing right now on your journey and advice in how to go forward. So we have 3 piles, the one with the sun and moon painting, the one with the chakra alignment, and the one with the castle. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and feel which deck you're drawn to. And we'll get started with pile 1. So for pile 1, we have the sun and moon picture. So I feel you might be balancing your masculine and feminine aspects, being able to move forward with optimism and hope, willpower and determination, looking at the positive sides of things, while also being able to delve into the hidden aspects going on within yourself, being able to connect to your higher self and your intuition and your inner wisdom, and your sensuality as well as your emotional side, trying to maintain a balance between those aspects. Also possibly working on clearing negative energy. So for the situation you're facing, we have the 6 of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 4 of Wands. So this is a situation where there is hope for peace and harmony on the horizon. There's been some sort of conflict in the past that you're moving beyond at this point, coming into truth and awareness about something. Gaining greater wisdom and knowledge about your inner self and your thoughts and your actions as well. Bringing yourself into a stable, balanced, strong foundation. A place where you can communicate truthfully with a sense of peace and calm and happiness in your communications. You may possibly be teaching others how to find balance and stability within themselves as well. Maybe even gaining that knowledge yourself, taking the time to maybe even going to a class to be able to gain knowledge. And so for advice in dealing with this situation, we have, when I am in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. I surrender to a power greater than me. My fearless freedom lights up the world. Maybe also gaining a lot more spiritual knowledge as well, learning how to understand how to go with the flow more easily, trusting in a greater power. understanding that the conflicts are behind you at this point and that this is a peaceful time, and being able to let down your guard and start to be grateful for and appreciative of all of the things that are going right now will be able to bring you to this stable, balanced place. There could also be maybe people who have been having issues in their relationship as well, and it's saying at this point that things are going according to plan and everything's going to find that balance in the situation. You just have to be able to release any defenses you might have up. We have the High Priest and the Hanged Man. The High Priest is the Hierophant in this deck. It's also talking about having the keys to hidden knowledge and wisdom and understanding, to be able to accept and use that knowledge, to be able to see things from every perspective that you can, because you might be missing something if you're only looking at it from one viewpoint. Sometimes when you put yourself in another person's shoes, you might see a lot more knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the situation than you would have otherwise. And then we have options and worthiness. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I am reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me the happiest without limiting thoughts like you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness, and I deserve to accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell him where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. So starting to, maybe you're coming into this awareness and truth about how many different options you have, and you're starting to more fully accept and understand your true value within. Everyone has value. Everyone has things that they're good at. Everyone has the key to their own path as well, moving forward. Sometimes it's very hard to see the options if you're in a defensive stance, but if you leave behind any worries about your heart being broken because this other person might not want to be with you because you aren't good enough, or anything along those lines, if you start to realize that you have so many different options out there, that you are a very valuable person, someone who really communicates very well, someone who is very knowing, has a lot of intelligence, very high level of intelligence, someone who's very truthful and honest and straightforward, someone who's very stable and strong. These are a lot of good qualities to have, and you should definitely be able to see that. And yes, everyone has things that aren't the best about them as well. The sun and moon is also about bringing into balance those things that are the light parts and the dark parts of ourselves, understanding and accepting the dark parts, or the parts we don't necessarily love so much, and learning how to change them when we need to, if we feel we need to. And loving and accepting ourselves for the things we did that we may not like in the past as well. Being able to find peace and happiness and move into that acceptance and compassion for yourself, because you're probably somebody who has a lot of that for other people as well. And you need to be able to love yourself fully so that you can have that same compassion and kindness for you too. I really hope this helped in your situation. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a blessed day, and I'm moving to pile 2. So for pile 2, we have the chakra alignment picture. I think the people who chose this pile may be coming into alignment, starting to bring their thoughts, feelings, and actions into a very intentional place and space, making goals and moving forward to accomplish them, seeing things very clearly, listening to their intuition, and allowing the synchronicities and their guides to lead them forward on their path. Really coming into a very high level of awareness. So for the situation that you're facing, you might be working very hard on something, putting the finishing details on something, planning something, growing something. You may be learning lessons and gaining knowledge, maybe gaining knowledge from exploring your emotions, learning how to go within and to get in touch with the love within yourself and that romantic side of yourself, learning how to dream big and learning how to put in the hard work to accomplish those dreams. You might be holding back from expressing some of the knowledge you've gained, maybe. Maybe holding back from sorry. You may also be working very hard on finding a level of grounding that makes you feel stable. Coming into alignment, sometimes it's hard to stay grounded. Taking the time to go out in nature and to be with animals, or to put your feet in the dirt or your hands in the dirt, and to be able to connect to nature and the earth like that brings you a lot of grounding. That might be something very beneficial for this group. You might be going after your dreams or putting your whole heart into something as well. So, advice in dealing with this situation, we have: the universe works fast when I'm having fun. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness. I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. So you may also be holding on very tightly to something, keeping this tight rein of control over something, and holding on to the outcome of some situation. Whereas going with the flow would be very beneficial, being able to release the situation. It's hard to do a lot of times, to be able to release the outcome, the attachment to the outcome that you have, and to just be able to believe and trust that the synchronicities that are coming into you and the intuition and wisdom that you're hearing from within are real, and to be able to put in the work and move forward knowing that it's going to pay off. And also to be able to take a break and have some fun, to be able to play and laugh and maybe even paint or draw, maybe reading a book or taking time out for self-love and care as well could really help in this situation. Oh, and I forgot this pile got an extra one of these cards. The presence of love will always cast out fear. Remember to have compassion and understanding for others if situations aren't moving as forward as fast as you would like, or to have patience with the abundance coming towards you for the hard work and the effort that you've put in on everything that you're doing right now. To be able to trust and believe that it will be worth it in the long run. Even if it doesn't turn out exactly how you planned it, in some way the scales will be balanced out and you will end up with something for the hard work you're putting in. You might be holding back because of past scars and pain that hurt you to the point that you're very vulnerable and you're afraid of opening up to people around you possibly. Learning how to see the opportunities around you, to not turn a blind eye to them because of things others may have said about you in the past that have made you feel like you aren't good enough for them, or possibly things that have happened in past situations where you didn't get what you felt you should have, and so now you've closed yourself off and built these walls around yourself, and there may actually even be somebody around you that is really very focused on you and showing you a lot of love and affection, but you're stuck in this place where you're sad and despondent, possibly because you've been putting so much work in on growing and learning. Learning how to trust and open up a little bit would help in this situation. Being able to get more in touch with your heart and to be able to bring your heart chakra into alignment if you believe in those things, which since you picked the chakra one, I'm assuming you possibly do, or more than likely do. Bringing your heart chakra into balance and alignment so that you can receive and give unconditional love, because when we're holding so tightly like that too, a lot of times we're holding back from giving our love as well because we're afraid that if we give that love to this other person, it's going to hurt us in the long run. Generosity and connection. I give generously to those around me, no matter how much or how little I have. I know there is more than enough to go around, and that the key is to allow it to keep going around without stopping. If I stop the flow, I'm like the one person at the stadium who doesn't do the wave. You have to give to get in life. You got to be giving and generous if you want to draw giving and generous people into you, because you're going to draw back what you're giving out. And if you're holding back from giving your true value to a situation, or your truth in general to a situation, your inner truth from your heart to a situation, then you're going to draw in people who are holding back in that same manner. Either that, or along the way, you're going to be drawing in people who are really trying to give that love, and you just aren't seeing it because of the past hurt and pain. And so we have, and I'm not trying to judge anyone because, I've been through a lot of pain myself, so I understand the times you feel it's necessary to pull back like that. But at this point, it sounds like your intuition is trying to tell you to allow yourself to receive this love, to be in an open state of being, or not necessarily love either. It can even be abundance on a material level, on a physical level, or truth from somebody else that you may not be wanting to see. Connection. I am connected to the multitudes, and I can access their support at any time. Even a stranger offers a sense of comfort when they smile at me or make a dumb comment about the weather. Everyone is waiting to connect. All I need to do is open myself up and pay attention. Note to self, work on witty banter about weather-related stuff. So it may actually be a little bit about communication as well, and being able to communicate from a very youthful place. Not from such a cynical place, possibly. From a place of worry or anxiety about whether or not it would be coming back to you. Instead, give and know that in giving, it will come back to you. I really hope this helped you, and I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a very blessed night, and I'm moving to pile 3. So for pile 3, I think that, give me just a second. So for pile 3, I think that you may possibly be having a little bit of trouble connecting to your intuition. It might be a little bit hazy or cloudy. You might have built a wall up to protect your heart. Possibly been through a lot of trauma or pain that you might be facing. And that there's a need here for compassion and understanding, forgiveness, and peace within your heart, coming to peace and acceptance of yourself and others, of yourself and others in past situations, possibly even present situations that you may be going through, but I think a lot of it is about past situations. And that once you are able to sort through this fog, you'll be able to see much more clearly, be able to connect to your intuition much more clearly. So for the situation that you're facing, there may have been a very harsh ending. In some situation, there might have been lies, betrayal, hurt, backstabbing. There may have been a lot of pain, a very painful ending. Some cycle that has come to an end that really crushed you, made you feel defeated. Something that dragged you through the mud and hurt. Very, very painful situation that has come to an end. Possibly with a lot of lies or betrayal. Somebody who you deeply cared about that really hurt you very much. And now you're taking the time out to rest, to find the stillness, to connect to your inner self, and to find the peace and the calm, to see from a place of positivity, and to be able to take that time for self-care. You're breaking out of the past hurt and the pain, coming to this place where you have transformed, and really you're able to express yourself from a very passionate place, expressing all your new thoughts and ideas. You're in this place of victory and passion, moving forward, getting the recognition you deserve maybe in some areas that you may not have been before. Maybe even some of it's self-recognition. Really coming to this place of self-confidence, fire, passion, spirituality. Really knowing what you want and going after it. Fighting through this hurtful ending that happened, but possibly even building walls up around yourself in the meantime. But I think these walls might actually even be up to protect yourself for a good reason as well, because you're someone who's very fiery and passionate, someone who's very sexually appealing to others, someone who knows what they want and is really taking the action to go after it, to put in the hard work, to reap the rewards and the recognition. So maybe you're just working towards your own goals right now to be able to go after your own passions and desires, and you don't want to be distracted by other things like that possibly as well. I think maybe you have come to a place too where you're just going with the flow. You're in this strong, stable, grounded position, really drawing a lot of energy from the earth. It seems like you're handling this ending very well, actually. So, for advice in this situation we have, I recognize that I have chosen fear and I choose again. I choose love. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all in this situation. And I choose to learn through love. Maybe in this past situation you had your walls built up, which is what caused this situation to come to such a horrible ending. You may have possibly lied to someone yourself or hurt them in some way yourself out of your fear, and you're now starting to see that. And it's time to start, or it is time to start to see that, to be able to change that, to be able to choose to express your love openly, to bring down the walls, and to express your true passions and desires. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So you're learning how to release, or there's a need to learn how to release, and you'll be coming to this energy where you can do that easily here soon. To be able to pray for the healing and happiness of those who have hurt us in the past or those we have hurt in the past. And for the highest good to come out in this situation knowing that everything that's meant to happen will happen. And that all of this is a part of the path that you're supposed to be on. Choosing to learn through love and forgiveness, compassion, empathy, and understanding of yourself and others in the situation to be able to release this situation with a sense of forgiveness and love and light. And it is hard to do, to be able to rise above the fear and the ego and the hurt and the pain and the sadness and the loss, to be able to come to this state of a sense of peace and forgiveness, being able to walk away from the situation head held high, knowing that whatever happens in this situation will be for the best of the situation, forgiving yourself and others for how you behaved in the situation with the information that you had available at the time, and moving forward knowing that in the future you will have gained more knowledge from this situation, will be able to act accordingly when patterns present themselves again, if they do. And then we have the Ten of Swords and Justice again. So this is advice for how to handle this situation as well. Maybe you ended a situation and it's because you chose love for yourself. You ended this situation and it was the right thing to do. And learning to accept that it was the right thing to do for the best outcome for all in this situation. That you chose loving yourself and learning how to step into your power and to not let anyone else walk over the top of you. You built up these walls for a good reason, to protect your heart. And you are now standing in this state of flow. But you're waiting for the right things to come in instead of the wrong things to come in. Don't take it personally in manifestation. Don't take the lies and the betrayals and the hurt that other people put you through personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to me, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has absolutely nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants. Yeah, that's probably it. So, when other people are going through pain or hurt or scars from the past that are affecting them in their lives and they hurt you and lash out at you because of those things, has nothing to do with you. And it looks like you are really learning how to understand and accept that, and to really put yourself first and go forward after what you really want. We also have manifestation. If you could have anything that you wanted, what would it be? Get specific and get greedy. You are holding a magic wand and you can conjure up anything. It could be that when you declare your wishes out loud, you are actually casting a spell for your dreams to come true. Or is it just in a very practical sense, the more people you speak to about your desires, the more folks there are who know what you want and might have the means to help you make them happen. Either way, stop waiting and start manifesting, but don't use that word if you don't want to. And so I think that you have acted in a very fair and just manner in this situation, and that you really have nothing to worry about, that something good is going to come to you for all the hard work that you've put in to be able to free yourself from this situation. Whether that be the possibility of this coming back or the possibility of something new. And also you may be a very powerful manifester as well, because we also have the Queen of Wands, who's a very spiritual person and very connected to manifestation, somebody who has a lot of creativity, goal-oriented, somebody who knows what they want, goes after it, puts a lot of passion, drive, motivation, ambition into it, and really knows how to make things happen. I really hope this helped in your situation. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a blessed night. Namaste.